Welcome back to the Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles channel. Today we have a penny hunt, one box. This is my last penny box from 2024. And as you can see right down here in front of us, we have a wheat cent. And I do believe there's a good amount of copper in these. I'm not sure if we have any other wheat cent enders. Maybe this one right here, but I can't tell. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't tell. My washing machine's draining, which is annoying. I tried to come in before that started, but that didn't happen. So I do have one wheat cent ender. And it looks like a bunch of coppers. So we're going to have a hunt on our hands. Let me get going on that so I can get this drain to stop for you guys, and we'll be right back. First 10 rolls have been hunted. We've got a couple of Canadians. I had a 1976. This is a 2001, so 2 Canadians. We have a 1956 Denver. I didn't see any varieties. A 41, no double dies. 46. A 45, did I miss? Yeah, so that one should be here. This one should be there. But 46 and a 45. And we did get 2 1939s. Under the scope, I have a 2022. Let me see if that is correct here. A 2023, my bad. With very minor DDR. So you can see some doubling in the N right here, right there, in the I, the T, the E, a little bit of thickness in the D. So just about in United, a little bit in the States, kind of tapers off. And that's it. Don't see anything in the designer's initials, but we do have a minor double die. We get into, oh, you know what, I got copper. Right now it's 0.0, and we've got 358.5 grams of copper. Let me get into the next 10 rolls. I'll be right back. Just finished the second group of 10 for the penny box, and we got 7 Wheaties out of those 10 rolls, so that's a good sign. We have a 58 Young Head Canadian cent, an 85, and a 2005. For our wheats, we have a 56 Denver, a 57, and a 58 Denver. We have a 42 and a 48. We also have a 39. Right here we have a 1963 Denver that possibly is an RPM. Looks like it to me. I gotta try to figure out which one it is, but we looks right here. We have a split, possibly down in here, unless that's some damage, but looks like an RPM to me. So that's what I'm going to hold it aside as. And then I have a 1953 wheat cent with a little bit of machine doubling at the bottom of the 3 there. If I flip her over, we got some die cracks in the wheat ears. We have some die cracking here, almost like a step system, and also one that comes out here down to about there. So that's really neat on a wheat. And we have this one over here, same type of scenario, comes up here. Not sure what's going on here. I think this is an extension of it. Right there, I think, is a chip as well. A little bit up in here. And then on the T of scent. So that's pretty neat. I'll hold these aside and continue on with the hunt. Get into the next 10 rolls. I'll be right back. Alright, look what else I forgot to do. I have the cup right here. So that is 313.1. Oh, yeah. 3131. Alright. Let's keep it going. Be right back. Group number 3 turned out to be a really great group, I guess. 10 rolls. It gave us 10 Wheaties, 2 Canadians. One of those Canadians is a KG6, 1943. A War Scent. We had a 1974. For our wheats, we have a 55, 56 Denver, and a 58. With our 40s, we have a 1940, a 44, a second 44, 46, a second 46, a 48, and a 49. Down here, I have a What Are Your Thoughts penny. So this is a 1995, and we all know about their double die. This is not that. I want you to take a look at the N in right down here. That's normal. You're probably looking at it going, what are you looking at? That's a normal one that I'm looking at. And then I have this. Look at that. So more than likely this is dye deterioration. But it does look, it looks doubled. In here it just looks messy. And when you turn it, that definitely has a doubled look to it. But again, I think it's just dye deterioration. But let me know down in the comments your thoughts. I don't see anything like odd anywhere else on it. But I don't know, it's strange. God is normal. We is normal. Trust is normal. So, there's a little bit of what could be doubling right there. I don't know. That's weird, huh? Look at that T. I don't know, let me know your thoughts. That T looks weird. And 1995 and Liberty. Let me know what you think. Let's get into the next 10. I'll be right back. But that is great. Alright, Group 3's copper is 359.3. Copper in the cup. Let's get into Group 4 and I'll be right back. Just finished up group number 4. Wasn't as good as the other groups, but we still got 3 wheats out of it. We have a 1956 Denver, a 1940 Philly, a 1945 Philly. I have a 1964 copper that we'll put under the scope. And right here by the N, we have a strike through, I think. Let me make sure that isn't raised metal. Yeah, no, we have a strike through on the N. I'll definitely hold that aside. I like my strike throughs. I didn't see anything else here. Alright, so let's get into the fifth and final group for the roll. For the box. See what else we can find. Maybe we'll get a bunch more wheats. Who knows? Alright, I'll be right back. Well, I'm back because I forgot to weigh the copper, per usual. So we zeroed out 373.3. So that was a good amount of copper in those 10 rolls. So we'll take that for sure. All right, sweet. That actually is like 360.1 if you take out the 13. Be right back. Working on roll number 8 for group number 5 of this penny box, and it looks like I have a clipped planchet. I haven't looked at anything yet. I don't know if it's actually like cut or not. It looks good. Let's take a look at it under the scope. That's what it looks like under the scope. Let's see here. I can't tell. Not sure about that metal flow. I don't. Yeah, there's a little bit of that Blakesley there. I think that's Blakesley. I think that's a clip planchet. That's pretty sweet if that's what that is. It's a good size one. I'll hold it aside. Let me know what you guys think. Put it right up here. Let's get back into the hunt. I'll be back if I find something else that's cool. Here's our finds for group number 5. We had a pretty old Canadian, 1965. I don't believe that's a young head. No, it's not. We have a few Wheaties, a 1950, a 50 Denver, 51 Denver, and a 56 Denver. 2 out of the 40s, a 1944 Philly, and a 45 Philly. We had our 2011, I believe it's a DDO. I got to turn my computer on so we can take a look at that together. And then this 1960, what I believe to be a significant clipped planchet. I don't know, there's just some areas like there's a little bit of damage on it. So I'm not 100% sold on it. Give me 1 second, I gotta log into my computer. So like that little bump right there kind of throws me off. But let me know your thoughts on this. If you think, I think it's a clip planchet. Like up in here where the rim is, how it kind of comes down like a ramp. And then the same on this side. But that little bump there just throws me off. Over here. I don't know, but we definitely have Blakesley effect over here, so I think we do have a clip planchet. It's just that some areas make me question it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Here's the 2011. Better than the one I found previously. You can see the doubling on the 2 is kind of pulled this way. The same in the 0 up in here and here. The 1s are slightly doubled. This one I will hold on to. This one's in better condition. But that 2 is definitely doubled. The Y looks a little thicker on the left than the right. Slanted on the bottom right of the T. So I do believe that is a double die also. See if there's any markers on the shield. Yeah, we get some. Is that just damage at the top of the shield, or is that? I can't really tell. Yeah, above the R and the U, looks like some die chipping. Other than that, I don't really see much. But I mean, that 1960 is really cool if it is what we think it is, or I think it is. That's pretty neat. All right, let me get everything situated here, figure out how many wheats we had, and our best finds. I'll be right back. All right, before we get into the totals, here is our last cup of wheats. And we have 347.2 Wheaties in the cup. All right, let's get into our finds. Best finds for the hunt. We had a KG6, and I forget the year on that. 1943. We had a young head, which I believe was a 60. Oh, it was a 58. Okay, so that's a little bit older. I had 12 50s Wheaties. We have 16 up here anyway. 40s Wheaties. 3 Wheaties out of the 30s. And 1 that has all the die chips on the reverse, which is, I believe, was a 50s, yeah. So that's one of our finds with all the die chips. That gave me a grand total of 32 wheat cents for that hunt, which is a great number. That's a ton of wheat cents. Then we have our 2011, what I believe to be a DDO, and this 1960, what I believe to be a clipped planchet. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on that. And there we have it. Those are our finds for the hunt. Pretty successful hunt, just in the wheat cents alone. Successful for the copper that we have. I put most of it in the jar already. And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed. That's my last box for the beginning of 2024 boxes that I had looking for 2024 pennies, which I never came across. So it was about time to hunt those, and it paid off. We found some really cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a thumbs up right down here in the lower left-hand corner. Consider subscribing if you haven't done that yet. Also hit that notification bell so you get notified on all of my upcoming videos. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.